Hello everyone, welcome back to Turner's Tutoring. I'm Mr. Turner, and we are continuing our math concepts. For today's math practice, we are going to go into a math concept that is more for middle school. But it is a-okay if you're in elementary school to kind of take a look at this and see what you're to be expected to know when you get up to middle school. What we're going to be working on is balancing equations or balancing expressions, also known as, at least when I was going through school, balancing algebraic equations. So to start out with, let's go ahead and go into the parts of an expression. I'm going to write out an expression, and then we're going to be labeling these. So I've got 5x plus 7 minus y minus 2. Now to start out with, any time that you see an order of operation, that is going to be the operation or the operator. When we look at the specific letters, those are called variables. Variable. When we see the number by itself, not next to a variable, that is a constant. And when we see the number with a variable, that is called a coefficient. Give me a moment to write that. I'm doing this real time, but feel free to either speed up the video or pause it. Now, looking at each specific thing or part within it, these brackets represent terms. So each one of these equals a term. When we are balancing algebraic equations, we're trying to combine terms together to make sure that it is simplified and or that both sides of the equation is true. Now, when I'm looking at this, I want to start with simplifying the equation. So I'm going to come up with another. Let's go 5p minus 6 plus p. I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to go, what are my orders of operation? What are my like terms? And right now for this one, I see two terms right now that contain the variable p, which means these can be combined together. I'm going to keep the symbol together with this. So another way of looking at this is if I put it within its own sections. Please don't get confused by these lines, but you're like dividing this off or sectioning it off so that each symbol or the operator, the operation stays with it. And I'm going to combine like terms. So 5p plus p equals, so 5p plus p equals 6p. Because the other trick with this is it's like if there's nothing in front of it, it is the number 1. So I could represent that as 1p. And that becomes pretty simple to combine. Then my entire term, or my entire equation now simplified, is 6p minus 6. And that would be our answer. Moving on to the next part, and we'll practice this a little or once more with higher or more in-depth and critical thinking. If I take a look at this and I write, we'll do 6y plus 7 minus 2y plus 6 Now I have this term and this term that are the same, and I have this term and this term that are like, not the same, but like terms. So I'm going to combine one step at a time. I'm choosing to do the y's first. 6y plus 2y, minus, sorry guys, 6y minus 2y equals 8y. Then I have 7 plus 6. 7 plus 6 equals 13. Now I put these back together. This, because it's a positive, is a plus. So I'm going to have 8y plus 13. And that is our answer. We are not necessarily balancing just yet. We are simplifying. Now, if I were to balance an equation, I have bear with me as I get another piece of paper so that's not see-through. If I'm balancing the equation, I'm going to take this and balancing means that now with the expression, I have an equal sign in the middle. Whatever's on this side has to equal this side. I am going to take it, and I'm going to do 8y equals 64. So this variable has to equal something that when multiplied with 64, or multiplied with y gives me 64. Let's try that again. Rewind. The variable y has to equal something that when multiplied by 8 equals 64. So if I know my multiplication facts, I know 8 times 8 equals 64. So that means that y has to equal 8. This one was really a simplifying equations, and so in the video it's going to be simplifying, but we did do a little bit of balancing for a step further. Thank you guys once again. I'm Mr. Turner with Turner's Tutoring, and wishing you guys a fantastic rest of your day.